She's a princess.
Right.
Like, you don't, what more do you want?
What more? When
Like,
will
if
be
she comes
enough
for-
for Meghan Markle?
Yeah, like if she comes for my Dorito auditions, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, she's already shattered all the fantasies. When did girls go from wanting to be a princess to an X-Men? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know.
They waking up like, I don't want to be a princess. I want to have power.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So we have a denial from the palace. Buckingham Palace denies Meghan's claim that royal officials dictated, basically ordered, her name changed on Archie's birth certificate, hinting details were lost in translation by her US-based PR team. Rachel Meghan was removed from Archie's birth certificate in June 2019. So originally it was Rachel Meghan, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, and they removed Rachel Meghan. So this happened a month after the birth. The name was replaced with just Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Buckingham Palace source says the certificate was changed by the former office of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. I'm not believing either one. I'm not believing the palace, and this is a very weak denial. They deny that royal officials dictated, forced her name change. Okay, you have to do this. Well, that leaves a lot of room for persuasion, talking, having meetings, suggesting, hinting that details were lost. It's much more complicated than you realize. Details were lost in translation by her US-based PR team. So they kind of are admitting that they spoke to the US-based PR team and that because details were lost. So the palace was speaking to the US-based, so Meghan's team, and Meghan's team was responsible for changing it. So that's actually what I believe happened. And my cards were saying that the palace was involved in this change. Okay, and if on the off chance that Harry divorces Meghan, or rather Meghan divorces Harry, and then Harry remarries, his new wife will be the Duchess of Sussex. And so now there will be two. That's interesting. So the birth certificate doesn't say Rachel Meghan on it. And the birth certificate for Archie, who is royalty, will just say Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. How confusing. I don't believe either one of them. This is the original. Okay, and I did the linked, I'm calling it linked, not ranked, because this is the famous Gloria Steinem, and Meghan says, we're linked, not ranked. And that's a very famous quote. Well, Meghan seems to only care about this title, this ranking, putting her above others. So she doesn't talk to anyone in her Markle side family or the Raglan side. This family's just been completely cut out because of her striving to get to the top. It's Archie's birth certificate. You can't see Archie. This whole thing is faked. Why is Doria taller than Meghan? Why is the Queen dressed so casually? Why can't we see Archie's face? This whole thing is faked. Look at how tall she is. If she stood up, she would be about like this tall. So she would be twice as tall as Meghan. Weird. Okay, so let's look at this. Because I'm not believing either one. I'm believing that both the palace and Meghan's team had a hand in this change. I think they persuaded Meghan. So some people are saying that Meghan is literally changing her name, her legal name, from Rachel Meghan Markle to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. And if the Queen takes away her title, she can say, well, that's my name. You can't take away my name. Okay, so is Meghan actually trying to change her name to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex so that it can't be taken away? Let's look at that. That would be a very crafty, very strange move. Is Meghan actually changing her name to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex? family, association is with the family, everything, all the money and everything associated with the family, and public image. 11/19/23. So is she changing her name? We have money. We have money. The self position is money. Money, money, money. All the money is associated with the family and this public image. And that's the rooting. Very public, official. Actions. All the people and all the people. Sneaky underlying and working constantly at it. 3 black birds. Actions, talking for all the people, and very sneaky, crafty, underlying, vengeful actions. And this is kind of how Meghan is. Meghan is actually very calculated, and she comes off as very emotional. She's always coming off as very emotional, always playing the victim, but she's quite calculated. But she's not so calculated that she's not like a great chess player. She's much more reactive. Anything that happens, she just reacts and reacts and reacts and reacts, and then tries to cobble it together into something sensible. So that's kind of what I see going on here. She is acting very sneakily and constantly to keep her Duchess title and make it official and public, and all the money is associated with the family and this public image. So yeah, I think she is now, because she's just reactive and not that calculated, not a great chess player. I think she is working, slowly chewing that block of cheese to get caught in the trap. She is working toward making it official that she is identified not as Rachel Meghan, but as Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex, so that it can't be taken away. So I think that's actually what this is saying, because all of it is associated with this title. Everything. She's not dumb. She's very clever. Everything is associated with this title. So let's look at the Queen and Meghan. Does the Queen intend to revoke Meghan's titles? Because the moment Harry is divorced from Meghan or separated, the titles go for Meghan. And these are gifts from the Queen. And the Queen can ungift these titles. And Meghan has been really just a terror to deal with. I mean, nothing but trouble. And just a constant headache to the Queen and the royal family. So let's look at the Queen and Meghan. Does the Queen actually intend to revoke Queen Meghan? Does the Queen intend to revoke these titles? Wow. Wow. Meghan. Because Meghan was acting as a royal for like 1 millisecond, but the whole time she was carping and complaining about sexism and bigotry and how she was being discriminated against by being one of the most wealthy and privileged people on planet Earth. So is the Queen planning to take away her title? Yeah. Yes can mean yes. 29, 8 hearts, water into wine. Yes, she intends to make this. She intends to make this change, this transformation, to change her from a duchess back into the lowly, into a peasant girl. She couldn't be more disappointed. And it's kind of a lot of emotional cards here. Very interesting. You never see emotional cards with the Queen. It's just so obvious. Yeah, there's just not a fit here. Meghan did not make any effort to fit in. She was just so entitled and screaming that she's being discriminated against, but she was just so entitled that there's just no fit here. So it's interesting that and 10s are completion. 9 is almost done. We've almost made it. Yes, the yes card is a very powerful card. 10 hearts is, everybody's just had it, sick to the eye teeth with all this drama associated with Meghan and what she's done to Harry and all the Archie stuff and all of the accusations. Everyone in England is just a bigot and sexist, and it's terrible. It's like mental illness. So what do we have over here with Meghan? Meghan and the family relationship over the long term. 22, 28, 7 spades. She wants to keep this forever. She wants to travel through her journey of life with the association with the family that she hates and is mistreating constantly. Opportunity and reacting. So yeah, she is reacting step by step. The palace, the queen feels that she literally has no choice but to revoke this title, and Meghan is doing everything that she can to hang on to this title. Interesting. So, and I almost feel like with my narcissist, okay, she just would take, no matter what opinion I would have, no matter how sensible it is, and it's our job to be together if we're a couple, she would always take the opposite tack, and it was so exhausting. And I literally ended up hating her guts for that. And that may be simply, it may just be Meghan's reaction to just take the opposite tack and fight, no matter what it is. And it's exhausting. It's just so exhausting. Just go load your gun. I mean, it's just exhausting. This crap has to stop. And that's how I felt about it. I mean, it's too much. Okay, there's nothing spunky about it. There's nothing clever about it. It's just exhausting. Just stop. Okay, have some sense. Use your brain. Rub 2 brain cells together. All right, so who is lying? Because I don't believe either one. I don't believe Buckingham Palace. I don't believe Meghan. I think they're both lying. I think they were both involved. I want to see who's the bigger liar. Who's the bigger liar here? Buckingham Palace, we had nothing to do with it. We didn't dictate it, but we did massage it, and we did make calls, and there was all this back and forth, but the details were lost. That's not exactly what we said and did, but we did do and say things, and there was coordination between our PR team and Meghan's PR team. Okay, and we were involved in the change. That's basically what this is saying. So they're both lying. So who's the bigger liar? Yeah, let's put it up here. There's lots of good room up here. Who's the bigger liar? Buckingham Palace or Meghan's team? Buckingham Palace, who's the bigger liar? Or Meghan's team? Clever, crafty words. Or Meghan's team? Huh? The bigger liar. But secrets, this is Buckingham Palace. Clever words and secrets. 12, 19, 23, 6 clubs. Olive tree. Setting the course for the future very cleverly, and secrets. They were involved. Very obviously they were involved. And they were involved in the birth and all of this. What's going on with Meghan? Scapegoat. Scapegoat is blame outside influences revealed and blaming them. Okay, so Meghan is just putting everything on the palace and blaming them and saying it's not me, but she's not responsible for anything, ever. Even if there's a smoking gun in her hand and a dead body at her feet. She's just not responsible for anything. So this is just a complete denial. Scapegoat. Cornerstone and strength. 11, 15, 4 clubs, very actively involved. The palace is very clearly involved. Meghan is blaming them. Let's throw some clarifiers here. How involved was Meghan's team in this change? How involved was Meghan's team in this change? Because she obviously wants to be known as the Duchess of Sussex forever. Liars. Angel. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. All right. How involved was Meghan's team? Acting like angels. They were working together, but it's all lies. 22, 25, 7 hearts. They were very involved. So both sides were involved. Meghan is pretending to be an angel. Transformation, inheritance, connected. We have a connection card. We have a liar card. We have the royal family card. This transformation, they were connected to this transformation with the royal family, 25 spades. So both sides are lying. Okay, and what I'm seeing from a lot of people is that they're saying Meghan did it, and the royal family is not culpable, that they had nothing to do with it. No, the royal family was clearly involved. Okay, but Meghan's team was clearly involved. And basically what happened is the royal family people, they convinced Meghan that this is a change that she wants to make. Okay, this is the right change. And it benefits the royal family because then, because of the questionable nature of Archie's birth, Archie is born of a surrogate. They're taking Rachel Meghan off for legal purposes, okay, from that birth certificate, because it's not really, Archie's not born from her womb. Archie is born from a surrogate, okay? It does have her DNA, it does have Harry's DNA, but it's born of a third party, another woman, a stranger. Okay, and so that solves the problem for the palace. On Meghan's side, she looks at this and she says, well, I really only care about that Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex language. And so she gets to keep that. Okay, so it solves both problems. So they're both involved and they're both lying and both benefit. And that's what's really going on here. They're both lying. So let's review this. They're both lying. Okay. Is Meghan actively trying to change her name from Rachel Meghan to Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex so that the title can't be stripped away? Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. She's constantly working behind the scenes. This is everything to her. This is her public official image, and she is smart enough to realize that everything she has is as the Duchess of Sussex. Does the Queen plan or intend to revoke Meghan's titles at the earliest possible opportunity? Absolutely yes. Because Meghan simply does not fit into the royal family because she chose not to. Meghan, we're seeing, is trying to hang on to this title forever. Okay, and then we looked at the lies. Who is telling the truth? Or are both lying? Both are lying. This is Meghan and the palace. The palace was very cleverly, craftily involved in this future decision, and they're hiding it. Meghan is lying and acting like an angel, and she worked with them. So, and over here on this original spread, we just have Meghan denying everything and blaming the palace. So it's BS on both sides. The palace is lying and Meghan is lying. They both cooperated and coordinated to make this change. Meghan felt that she benefited, and you always want to do this. You want your opponent to believe that they're benefiting. Okay, and the palace benefits and Meghan benefits. Meghan thought she's getting that Duchess of Sussex thing in there, which is what she really wanted, and the palace is, and Meghan felt that it's protecting her from legal liability in the future as well. It's protecting both parties, and both parties benefit, and that's what I'm seeing. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.